Boulder vlog for September 22nd, 2019. It's Monday right now at 12:17 a.m. on the 23rd on Monday. So this is the video for Sunday of the 22nd. Kinda didn't get around to doing my video yesterday because I guess time just sometimes has a way of passing by, you know? I wasn't really listening to that much today. I did a few of the, ancient DNA videos on YouTube, and I want to listen to Trilateral Commission again. I listened to the first chapter, but then I forgot to listen to the rest because I guess I was listening to too much dubstep, smoking weed, man. God damn, I have asthma. I should have bought the edibles. Didn't have the money. I felt like I didn't have the money to be cheaper. It's so stupid. It would have been cheaper to get the edibles. And this gives you just as high too. So when I run out of this, I'm gonna be expired for my reefer. I think I'm gonna change the place and I'm gonna move over here to the station because it's closer. I don't like having to go far away. Plus those guys were acting kind of like rude. I go in there and I'm like, your little sign-in machine doesn't work. He's like, I don't have any idea how that works. I'm like, okay, well, it's broken, whatever. And I go in and I'm like, hey, so how much are those? He's like, I don't have any idea what you're looking at. But I only had enough, I didn't have enough money, so he ended up doing a discount for me, so that was cool. I wanted to buy it with cash because my roommate gives me cash. But yeah, I'm going to move on the next one. Yeah, and get weed and get reefer weed. I have like 300 and something bucks to give me the rest of the month, which is plenty of money, man. So I can get my reefer, no problem. I still have like maybe a couple more days worth left. I don't know. I got some good stuff last time. It was like sativa. I think maybe sativa Pax Tighter. I'll have to go look. So today when I got up, and like ending of yesterday, I was just working on putting King's lists on because when I built my timeline, most of the time I was building on my timeline back in 2011, the last time I was making keyless. They didn't have it. You know, one cool thing about yours truly is, like my superpower or like my mutant thing, one thing about me that I'm better at than anybody in the motherfucking world is I know what Wikipedia looked like in 2011. All of the historical articles, like all the kingdoms and battles and kings versus now. Because I did a thorough sweep of all of that back in 2011. You can look at my website if you don't believe me. And I'm doing it again. So, and I remember, I have a good memory. So I'm remembering which pages are getting better. And yeah, like back in 2011, there were no kings lists. And now there's kings lists for all of these cognates and kingdoms. And I mean, Burma's king list goes back to 2777, which is bingo for me because, that's way back there. That puts Southeast Asia, Burma, on the map with frickin' China, dude. Like, you could make a great, historical world that goes really far back with civilization because, the ability to have a king's list that goes far that back means civilization. Plus, they managed to make Angkor Wat, and so that's good, but it's super time consuming. I mean, I was working all that all day because when I'm building King's List nowadays, since I'm so far along in the other ones, I build it from beginning to end, which takes a little bit longer than it would normally. However, the computers are still got you my goddamn faster. However, well, actually, that doesn't even matter, but the computer keeps breaking down on me. Dreamweaver keeps crashing. Like, sometimes it'll crash. And, like, it happened today. It crashed because I tried to paste, like, a letter. And then it opened, and then I tried to paste the same letter, and it just crashed again. Sometimes it double crashes. Back-to-back crashes. And I'm like, okay. But, I mean, it opens up real quick again, and it saves. It recovers. I wish Google Earth did that. If Google Earth did that, I would still have I think I lost the Arizona Trail. I traced the Arizona Trail, but then I lost it. So then I had to trace it again because I was doing long distance trails. It was part of my project. And then I lost the Canals of Babylon. I traced all the Canals of Babylon that you can watch. And I think those go back forever because the Babylon, they say, had a 50-mile circumference. And this was inside the 50-mile circumference. All these ancient canals. And then I traced all the canals of ancient China because those guys have canals that go back. All they got lost. Plus all of the kingdoms and tribes from Africa from Herodotus got lost. Because Google Earth crashes, and then when it opens up again, it likes to open up old folders out of the blue. You don't even know where they come from. And so then if you work on that, and then yeah,
Is Houston still coming?
Yeah.
When is that?
The 27th to the 9th.
So like 3 days?
I guess, yeah.
Somewhere soon?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you doing?
I was just recording a video.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Are you doing a YouTube video?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Oh.
What's a YouTube?
Okay, I got interrupted. I'm starting the video again. I'll just splice this onto the last part with my smart iPhone 10 with iMovie. But yeah, what all I was saying was that with Google Earth, it crashes and then it opens up an old folder like that you've saved over a long time ago from somewhere. And if you don't notice, and then you work on that one and then you save it, that's when it saves over your current folder, and then you get knocked back to wherever that folder was. So that's what happened to me and how I lost those. But so yeah, I don't know if I'll have the energy to rebuild those. I have trouble rebuilding stuff I've worked on before, but I'm uploading my timeline as I go along. So I'm making. I think my website's getting more hits. It's got like 15,000. I'm at like 78,000 page views a month because my timeline is getting markedly better. So, yeah, I think I'm especially freshly motivated to just go and look at my timeline of all the different kingdoms that don't have kings lists and just ones that don't say no kings list, but even those, if I wrote them a long time ago, because sometimes I looked and I forgot to say no kings. But yeah, look in those and find the kings list, pop those kings on. There are a lot of countries that I don't have the history for, and I'm sure I could do that. So I'll go and do those countries, get them caught up. I'm on legwork mode right now in my head. So just take advantage of that. There's 2 modes. I work by myself. So there's 2. I have to be the worker as well as the thinker. And so there I'm in 2 different modes that's dominant. And right now, just my worker mode is dominant. So I can do all the easy stuff, like time-consuming stuff, which is collecting all these kings lists. As soon as I get bored with that, that's when I'll go and do something more smarty pants. Like work on the something different anyway. Like work on the ancient history timeline. I have to finish the haplogroups. I was almost done with it, and then I kind of burnt out on it. And then, migration of humans, put that on there, and migration of Europeans and everything. There's a lot. One thing that I'm super excited about is, we really have to make a history of the past, of all the different pasts. We've made so many different movies now of sequel this, sequel that, and superhero movie this to that, and all these different movies, and it's the same thing. Well, in about 5 or 10 years, we're going to get bored of that, and we're going to want to do interesting movies that are more realistic, because at that point, we'll realize that the realist is just as strange as any fiction or more. So, like Gigantopithecus, the huge ape that was 10 feet tall, lived like 1 million years until 100,000 years ago. The giant sloth lived like 1 million years ago until like 12,000 years ago. I found his fur in a cave a few years ago. You know, the mastodons went extinct so like 10,000 years ago, 9,000 years ago on an island, Aleutian Islands off the coast of Alaska, just 9,000 years ago because there weren't people hunting them. But you still find, well, I think this guy in Saudi Arabia or Siberia, they found a fully intact one. So, you know, but then there's all these different humans we're finding. So what I want to do is try to connect the dots between the past and the present and make like stories of stuff of different races. Just fill in the blank with my own imagination based on information that we already know, and just tell stories and different things, you know, like the giant mammoth hunter people, and then, yeah, so much. You don't really know what you want to do until you build it, but I want to do ancient history first, though, figure out. And also maybe get a picture in my head, the evolution of humanity. I was telling my mom today the evolution of humanity was it was a steady state, you know, a steady increase. So there's all these different, it's like, when did something start, when did something end, and just to do different movies of different, it's the most amazing movies. You should do a movie of different humans at different periods of time and the dramas and the things they think about, you know. Like, we became bipedal before our brains grew. So we were running around like humans and we were still animals. You know, like if they were alive today, they'd just be your pet, but they'd be walking around like you. How strange would that be? But, yeah, anyway, and then use Google Earth. Incorporate Google Earth into it too. Like, draw in what you put in the timeline. But, yeah, so I'm super excited about that. I don't know how long all that's going to take, though, so... but I'm prepared to go at least 2 more years, like I am now, without needing to see any real difference. Luckily for me, if I don't spend any money, I'll stay financially independent. So just stay in my room. Yeah, by tomorrow, who knows? Just be working on creating King's lists. And yeah, I should get back. I think I've been having a little bit of a slump listening to stuff, but yeah, I get back and do more listening and reading of things. I'm too high to talk about it. Plus, I don't want to do YouTube videos on my main channel until I get my vlog, my video page on my website caught up. I still haven't taken videos off. They got deleted. I still haven't made sure they're all linked and connected and find out what I want to do. You know, my YouTube videos have to be modeled off of my video page so that I'm organized in what I'm talking about, you know. That's why I'm not motivated. I'm too high. So, but who knows? I'm making good progress with my timeline. Whenever I feel like it takes too long, you know, like my mom complains or something, I just remind myself that there's nothing else in the world like my timeline, and there won't be. So I'm not in a race with anybody. So anyway, that's enough talking. Yeah, today I went out to dinner with my mom. I think she wanted me to like let her cat in. Is that what I did today? So then she took me out to dinner. Or I did that yesterday. So then she took me out to dinner today. Went to Mountain Sun, got nachos and a couple of beers. Okay, enough talking tomorrow. I'll talk to you tomorrow.